This video is sponsored by DistroKid. More on that in just a minute. So, vocals. They help make your song unique, identifiable, and most importantly, memorable. So, pretty important, right? Right. By the end of this video, I'm going to make sure you have everything you need to get to the next level of vocal production. So to achieve that, we're going to look at the mixing and recording tips, and we're also going to look into the game-changing plugins and effects. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification button so you get to see more videos like this. I also stream over on Twitch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, so if you have any more questions about this topic, that's the place to go. Links down below. Now, let me tell you about DistroKid. DistroKid is a distributor that allows you to put your music up on pretty much every streaming platform, from Spotify, Apple Music, and even TikTok. For a yearly fee, you get to upload unlimited tracks, and better yet, you keep 100% of the royalties. Uploading your music to DistroKid is extremely straightforward, so it's quick and easy for even first-time users. My favorite thing about the DistroKid submission process is the fact that you get to select your artist profile, so you get to make sure your track is being uploaded to your profile and no one else's. And let me tell you from experience, that is a game changer. After uploading your music, DistroKid are unbelievably quick at getting your music up and ready to go. They even have a pre-save option for your track, so you can get a hype going before it's even released. If you use the link down in the description, you'll get 7% discount, and I'll also get a kickback from that, so you'll be helping me and the channel out as well. All right, let's get into it. Here are some things I wish I knew when I started making music. Hello, welcome. We're about to do some vocal production. All right, here we go. Let's have a listen to the track. When we're recording vocals, there's a few things I suggest. One, watch your input gain. Make sure we never go up into red levels. Yeah, so we're seeing I'm coming in here on the yellow. Let's find freedom. Take that off. Ding. Next, check out for muting things in the room. If you have any pianos, guitars, ukuleles, violins, bongos, be careful for them. Maybe throw a little blanket over them. Try and dampen sounds around your room. If you have curtains, let the curtain be behind you. If you don't have a carpet floor, try and throw some rugs underneath the microphone. That'll help. And if you want to go into like your own booth, maybe just get a duvet, throw it over you and have it around you and the microphone. That can work too, just dampening any kind of extra echo or extra sound that's not wanted in the recording. And then when you're recording, I'd say about 6 inches from the microphone. You don't want to be too close and you don't want it to be too far. If you're too far away, you're going to have too much room noise. And if you're too close, it's going to pick up lots of sounds that aren't really wanted, like your salivatory sounds that are just really difficult to get out. The distance between your mouth and the pop filter should be equidistant to the distance between the pop filter and the microphone. Boom. If it's yourself singing or if it's someone else, try and make sure they're not like clicking or tapping their foot or anything like that. That's unwanted sound that's going to get in. Not so good. Last tip, it can be very tricky. Try and watch out for headphone volume. Like if they're open back headphones, a lot of the sound's going to bleed into the microphone and then you're just going to be a messy recording. It's going to be a little bit trickier then to mix and edit. Section 2 completed. First of all, let's make our audio track. Here we go. Lead vocal. Okay, so let's sing the lead. The lyrics are: come, let's find freedom, let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out, working till late. Time got me worn down, I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving, I've had more than I can take. Glorious. I'd recommend standing up when you're singing, just so you can get your lungs and good posture. Come on, let's find freedom, let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out, working till late. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving, I've had more than I can take. Oh, glorious. Now, it's very hunched over, not ideal, but we'll work with it. Okay, so let's have a quick listen and then we're going to tune the vocals. I go into detail of how to tune vocals on another episode of things I wish I knew when I started making music, which is a bit of a mouthful. And I'll leave a link to the thing up there. So how do we tune? There's 2 ways. We can throw a pitch corrector on here. We go into pitch correcting, perfect. And then you can change the key and we can turn the response to 0, make it sound really automated, like Travis Scott, and like maybe 50 to 70 will make it sound kind of real, but a little bit tuned. So personal preference. Let me leave this off for the minute. What I like to do is go into flex pitch, click this button here, click this button, go to polyphonic and go to flex pitch. This is only in Logic, sadly not in GarageBand. What I tend to do is grab the whole thing, quantize the whole thing, bring down the vibrato a little bit. So you have them tune really quickly. It's not perfect, but it'll do the job, lovely. I'm just going to be careful and fade the in, the out. A little bit of spring cleaning, if you will. Now that's our lead vocal. Next we're going to sing a double of that lead vocal, exactly the same thing, and we'll mix it later differently. Remember, produce, then mix. Don't do them at the same time, although I have an awful habit doing that, but don't do what I do, do what I say. Isn't that what I say? Okay, next. So this is a double, all right? Double vocal. Exact same thing. Let's sing it. Here we go. Gonna need a bar in. That's pretty important. I'm gonna stand a little bit further back just so there's more roomy sound in this vocal. Come on, let's find freedom. let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out, working too late. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving, I've had more than I can take. Ooh, let's tune the second vocal real quick. Here we go. Same as before, flex pitch. This is what I do to my vocals now because I don't mind a sort of electronic sounding vocal. You have to be careful though because it's going to sound less organic. So you're going to have to edit a tiny bit and then it's up to you how much of the editing you do yourself. Cool, great work, go me. Woo! We've got our lead vocal, we've got our double. Next, we're going to do a low double. So we're going to sing the exact same line down an octave. Here we go. Duplicate that out. We're gonna call this low dub. Okay, low double. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out, working too late. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving, I've had more than I can take. Cool. Trying to get that nice and warm. Bit of low vocal. And then what do? You guessed it. Tune this vocal. Here we go. A little bit of tuning. A little bit of spring cleaning. Gotta dust the TV or else it gets, you know, dusty. Here we are. Blind. Tune it real quick. Tune it real quick. Okay, so let's listen to those three vocals now that they're tuned and recorded. The only mixing we've done is EQ'd out below 100. Let's have a listen. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out, working too late. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving, I've had more than I can take. Sweet. I think that's a good start, right? Now, at this stage, if you want to get really clean pop vocal sounds, what I'd recommend is going through the vocals and making sure every transient matches up on each track and everything goes at the same time. It'll sound really clean. What I'm going for at the minute is something a little bit more authentic, in my opinion, because when you get the pop vocal, it's really pristine. There's zero errors. It's kind of its own game, you know? So it depends what genre you're going for. Looks all right. Plugins. Let's start doing a bit of mixing. So first thing I always throw on is that EQ. Cut out 100. Great. Next thing I want to do, compression. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. Okay, that's tidying up a little bit. What we're doing is just a little bit of a compression just to take down any of the huge transients, any bit that's really loud. We're just going to turn that down a little bit and bring up the volume of the track. A little bit of compressor. Next thing I like to do is give a bit more presence to the vocal. This helps it sit out on top of all your instruments. What I want to do is I want to give it a little bit of a boost. So if we set it to 4K and we want to keep it sitting between 2K and 6K, so that gives a little nice boost in the presence. And then also I want to make it nice and airy. So I'm going to boost the high end, which gets the sound. Let's listen to it now with this. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Cool, but it also brings up sibilance, which leads to our next plugin, so we can use de-essers. So sibilance is the plugin I like to use. I'm missing your face. Cool, that's bringing it down a nice amount, because if you bring it down too much, all of a sudden you're going to have a lisp. That's not ideal. So a little bit of de-esser, that's beautiful. Last thing I want to put on the track is a bit of something to give it a little bit more crunch. So let's put some saturators on our vocal track. The one I like to use is Saturn from Fab Filter. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. It's a lot of boosting. It's just going to warm up that vocal. It's going to make it thicker and a bit more present. Great, cool. Now with our next few vocals, there's a few more things we can do with these. Similar stuff. On the track, I'm going to do nearly exactly the same thing because we recorded from the same microphone through the same interface with the same singer. So the treatment's going to be nearly exactly the same. So I'm going to copy those across. So I press X to get the mixer and I'm just going to copy those across real quick. Now we have to be careful with the lead vocal. I want it to sit out front. The other two vocals, I don't really want them to sit out front. So I'm going to get rid of this middle EQ and I'm going to get rid of the Saturn saturator. Okay, and then I'm going to listen to them individually and just going to tweak the little changes we've already made with the lead vocals. With our backing vocals, we can go a little bit harder with them. We can, you know, compress them a little bit more. Lead vocal to less edited, if you will. But our backing vocals, let's just get rid of some of those S's. It just disappears out of the way from the lead vocal, and that's what you want to do. You want to hear one S, and that's from your lead vocal. Cool. Let's have a listen. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Better. It's getting out of the way. We're letting the lead vocal take the S's and the sibilance, any kind of S's and T's, and the other one's just getting out of the way. Great. And we'll do the same with the lower guy, but I think I pretty much didn't sing any S's or in him, so he'll be all right. I know I don't have to worry about him too much, but we will listen to him just in case. So I've gotten rid of his S's. They sound a little bit better now, so it's getting out of the way. Great stuff. Lovely. You can put some saturator on the backing vocals if you want. It depends on how present you want them to be. Personal preference, but that's what I'd leave it at for the minute, okay? Let's listen to how it sounds now with all three vocals in this track. Come on, let's find freedom. let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out, working too late. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving, I've had more than I can. Cool, nice. Now let's get on to bussing some sounds, some effects and plugins. What I'm going to start off with is a short and a long reverb, okay? A nice short reverb here that I'm going to bus here. What I'm going to do in the bus is I'm going to take out low end. I don't like low and mid frequencies in reverb because you're just going to muddy up the track extremely quickly. About 800, 900, 1K. That's where I like to stay. Size, 3 seconds. Cool. Turn it down a little bit. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. That's reverb 1. Nice little short guy, about 2.5 seconds. Little fell there. And then we've got a long reverb as well. Same with this guy. We want to EQ out some low end. He's already EQ'd beautifully. Up to about 915. That's all right. I aim for about the 1K because above 1K, I think I'll be fine with all those high ends. They can sit together. There won't be too much problem. So let's have a look at 12 again. Here we go. We've got a little plate. This guy's from Sound Toys. Now, full mix. That's all right. Wow, he's very long. Okay, I don't want that long. Maybe about 4 seconds could be all right. Cool. He's cutting up to 1K. Right. Well, I don't need to do that because I've already EQ'd him out in the bus here. Okay, so let's have a listen to him on his own. Just bus 12. So this is the long reverb. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working I think we can do slightly bigger. Time has me worn down. I'm missing your face. Cool. I think I'm gonna go for 6 seconds. It seems to die away quite quickly. We'll see now with the full thing. So the lead vocal with everything with its reverb now. Okay, here we go. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Time has me worn down. I'm missing your face. Cool, lovely. Okay, cool. There's our reverb. Now we're going to move on to delay. Really fast slap back delay, all right? So I have a bus here. Again, I'm going to low EQ. Sometimes delays, you can give them a little bit more leeway because they don't mess and muddy up the mix as much, all right? Get a nice short one. Let's have a listen. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Now, do you hear that? There's a lot of sibilance going on. So we got to be careful with that. So we can cut out some high ends from about 4K. Let's have a listen again. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Yeah, so we definitely don't want anything around 300. That sounded horrendous. And then we don't want too many high frequencies as well. Sibilance becomes a huge problem really quickly. Which reminds me, maybe we should do the same with our reverbs. Reverbing sibilance isn't a good look. Sweet. All right. Let's listen to the lead vocal now. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Time has me worn down. I'm missing your face. Sweet, that's nice. And we're controlling the sibilance now that we've cut out the high end. Cool. I'm going to do some extra delay as well. Let's have a look at this. So quarter note delay. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter note is like a crotchet. So your 4 beats in the bar. This is time signature. This is 4/4. So we're going to be hitting a delay on each beat of the bar, right? So let's have a listen to this on its own. We'll just mute the other ones. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. So that might be a really nice one to sidechain compress. If you want to learn about sidechain compression, we actually talked about it in our reverb video I've already linked to. So let's listen to 2 delays together. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Lovely. That sounds lovely. Absolutely lovely. And now if you want to get really into it, we could sidechain compress it and we could do a half note delay as well. But I'm actually pretty happy with the quarter note delay and then just a quick slap back, giving it a bit more thickness and a bit more fullness. Words, right? Let's have a listen to everything in that. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Time has me worn down. I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving. I've had more than I can. Cool, we're getting better. Now, you've probably heard of those tips before, but the big difference is getting a bit of distortion on your bus and also getting a bit of chorus and stereo image on your buses. I used to throw these on my track, not anymore. Now, let's get a distortion bus. I'm gonna get a distortion bus. I'm just gonna EQ out. I don't want some high ends. We'll listen to it now in a second and we'll see how it sounds. It's going to give some belly warmth, if you will. So my favorite decapitator, bit of distortion, just really nice, really nice. Okay. Time has me worn down, I'm missing your face. If you boost it too much, you're going to get a really boxy sound. But if you just put a little bit in, it's going to give it more presence. And we're always looking for presence of our vocals so they'll sit on top of all the other instruments. A little bit of distortion. Beautiful. Now, what about 30? Do we have them here? Sweet. So I actually have them set up already. Beautiful. So a bit of channel EQ. Boost it up from 300. Could possibly go a bit higher to avoid all the low end. And what we're going to do here is we're going to give it a bit more stereo. Stereo image. We're going to make it all the way around our head. I'm using a plugin here from Soundtoys that's called Little Microshift. You can also do this yourself using Stereo Imager and some chorus. So it's basically a chorus / flanger effect. So you're pitching it a little bit off and the timing's a little bit off, gives it a nice thickness, and then we're stereo spreading it. And that's basically what this plugin does in one. So let's have a little listen. I'm going to turn it on. So we've EQ'd some lows out. Let's have a listen. Isolation got me stressed out. Now, if you've got headphones on, it's really obvious. Working too late. Time has me worn down. Missing your face. I just find that changes your vocals from being like, oh, it's nice, like, wow, that's just sitting beautifully. Love this plugin. Soundtoys bundle, everything you ever need. Okay, so that little micro shift. So you have to be careful. Too much and it sounds like you've got phase issues. So there we go, lovely. Now this isn't that lead vocal with everything else. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Time has me worn down. I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving. I've had more than I can take. Cool. All right. I think that sounds way better. Tempted to put more reverb on it, and that's all personal preference. I love it when it's just wishy-washy, but you have to be careful. If you don't EQ that out, you're going to get a messy mix. So we're going to use those buses on the doubles because we want to use them just so that they sound like they're in the same room. So let's show them on really quickly. Going to grab both of these. We're going to get the reverb. That's important. Put them on those two. We're going to grab, and we're going to get the long reverb as well. I'm going to go with the slapback delay. Let's see now how all of them sound. So we've literally just thrown on those buses. Let's see how it sounds. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Time has me worn down. I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving. I've had more than I can take. Cool. All right. Definitely better. I think we can do some more. I also want this low guy to be stronger and a little bit more robotic. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make one more bus, which I actually already have made. Number 21 here. And we're going to use another guy from Soundtoys. I'm going to low cut him. I'm probably going to high cut him as well, actually. And I'm not going to high cut him as high as he is there. So this is going to give more warm body. It's just extra boost for the low guy. Okay. What we're doing here is we're doubling the double. We're getting an octave below the lead vocal to sing exactly what the lead vocal is doing, just down an octave. Pretty much what the low double is doing, but this is going to sound a lot more electronic. So let's try that and let's see how it sounds. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Cool. All right. Okay, I think that sounds a bit nicer. Cool. All right, let's have a listen to the whole thing. I think that sounds pretty good. Let's listen to what we've done. Here we go. Come on, let's find freedom. Let's get away. Isolation got me stressed out. Working too late. Time has me worn down. I'm missing your face. Baby, I'm leaving. I've had more than I can take. All right, sweet. I hope you learned something new there. Saturation is a game changer for vocals, so make sure you try that one out. If there's any more topics you'd like me to cover, let me know down in the comments. All right, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Best of luck with the music making. Cheers. Enrique Iglesias.